welcome to a very quick Bentonville Film Festival edition of the Friday Night Movie Podcast because Lily and I are reporting from what has been a crazy week.
Do you know what came to my mind? I'm like, it's finally me. It's finally me. It's always you and Becky.
Oh, I thought you meant that's right. Yeah, it is. So
I'm at a film festival. Becky's literally I have to turn my phone off. Sorry, because Becky's literally texting me, being like, "Are you still alive? Has Shai left you behind?"
You understand why. Now you understand why it's hard to keep up. And, I was like, to be in touch with the outside world when you're at one of these.
And I was like, Becky, okay, we got back at 3 a.m. and Shai decided to tell me then that we had a meeting at 9:30, and she was like, "You baby, 9:30, he let you sleep in." She's like, "Coffee at 8."
That is true. That is true. I go easier on you just because you don't do it all the time with me.
And she goes, "How could you do 3 a.m.? Everything closes at 11 in Bentonville." And I was like,
"The airport, not the airport. The hotel lobby is open. There's nothing happening in it."
I go, "Shai's the party in Bentonville." And she's like, "True, it's true. You do bring the party, dude."
So we're obviously here because The Floaters, the movie, the love of our life, directed by Rachel Israel, starring an amazing group of people that we love so much, premiered on Wednesday night. And it was an incredible out-of-body experience.
It was like my bat mitzvah and the birth of my children at the same time. That's the best way to describe it for me. Then the next day was like my wedding.
Yeah, and
after wedding.
And we're gonna do a deep dive with Becky. We would not do a deep dive without her, but I'll just say, like, the biggest thank you, aside from the festival, for having us and our cast and Rachel, the director, Andrea, producer, writer, for being here and making this, and either having us here or being here and making this so special. I just want to thank the incredible people of Arkansas, especially the Jewish community of Arkansas,
who showed up, man.
Diego, Meredith, Marjorie, we can name everyone who was here, Aaron, Bela, because we've met everyone here, and they were so incredible, and they showed up and they wore their Camp David staff shirts, and it was like being in camp. It was like we had our Maccabiah team at camp.
It was very special,
and so that was incredible. But since you come to this show not just for our shenanigans, and you do come for movie reviews, we have been extremely fortunate that they picked some incredible movies.
I feel so honored that...
I know, right?
I'm slightly embarrassed that we're among such talented, incredible people and films.
Yeah.
Like, it's such an honor. It's truly amazing.
It's been really cool. So I want to just quickly, I'm going to run down some highlights of films that we've seen. I hope I can catch all of them. We saw East of Wall, which is a really unique story. I can't even describe it, but it's a really unique story, kind of Nomadland vibes. Is it Nomadland vibes?
Yeah, because it's like a non-actors acting in a story similar to their lives.
So that was really cool. That was the opening night. Then we saw our Lily's going to take turns holding this. My arm's starting to fade. I'll hold this here now. And then we saw our movie, which was pretty cool. Then we saw
Maintenance.
We saw Maintenance Artist, directed by Toby Freilich, which was an
incredible documentary.
Incredible documentary about an artist that, well, her work is tribute to service and sanitation workers, and that's
in New York.
But it's so much deeper than that. It was so much. So it was incredible. Yeah. So we saw that. We saw
Abigail Before
Beatrice. Incredible, intense, amazing performance. Cult. You know how we love cults.
We love cults.
From Olivia Taylor-Dudley, friend of the podcast, once again hitting it out of the park, and everything about that movie was just so much energy and intensity.
Here
and filmed here in Arkansas. There were so many movies that we loved playing at the same time, so we went to see some different movies. I saw Cotton Candy Bubblegum, which was at South by this year, but I didn't have a chance to see there. Directed by Jay Pender. Hilarious. Like Friday meets Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
I can't wait to see it.
I was laughing so loud and hard in that movie theater. I was like mom. I was like the mom of that movie. Because in addition to being a really funny coming of age but total chaos at the same time, there's tons of Eagles humor. Philadelphia Eagles jokes because Jay's from Philly. So that was amazing. Magic Hour, starring Katie Aselton and David Diggs, and directed by Katie Aselton and written by her and Mark Duplass. was so incredible. What a
can't
tour
wait
de
to see
force
it.
performance from Katie. That was amazing. And she maybe had one of the most funny Q&As ever.
I heard, yeah.
It was
it
really great.
amazing.
It was really great. And I'm not always into the Q&As, and that one was amazing and hilarious.
And then I got to see Adult Children,
which I now watched. I just watched as well.
Right,
Because I just watched it on the virtual screener.
which is so cool that you can also do that. That was amazing. And it was fantastic to see it in the theater. Like, I think it's, maybe I hope this movie goes to theaters, but it'll definitely get out there because it's incredible. We're taking turns because my arm's gonna break.
Yeah,
but seeing in a theater was excellent because like it's dark but funny but sweet and so well
one of
paced.
the best portrayals of siblings I've ever seen in a movie.
And somebody at the Q&A, Betsy Brandt, who was in the movie, who's in Breaking Bad and Life in Pieces, she said that she hoped it felt like you were just popping into a family that like was obviously very established, and you were just like on their ride and weren't like starting off the journey with them. And it very much felt like this family was real. So
it was
awesome. It was so good.
It was so good. And so it starred Aya Cash, also a friend of the Floaters family.
Also in our movie.
Who is amazing. I mean, she's one of the best actors I've ever seen, and she's amazing in this movie.
Fantastic.
Tom Sadoski, who has been one of our all-time favorite actors since for me, The Newsroom, and then
Life in Pieces.
Is amazing.
He's just in a bunch, so much stuff.
As the older brother in this, he was fantastic. Mimi Rogers is in it.
Mimi Rogers and Betsy Brandt.
Yeah, and then there's the up and coming actor
Ella Rubin. I'm gonna check because I'm thinking of her name, Morgan, from the movie.
Yeah, Morgan, the woman who plays Morgan. Amazing.
Yeah,
amazing.
Just unbelievable. The internet doesn't work.
The internet in this hotel is terrible.
It doesn't work. But she's an up and comer and she's gonna blow everyone away. Spoiler: Mimi Rogers, Betsy Brandt, and Tom Sadoski, who we got to meet. Nicest people ever.
Yeah, amazing humans.
If you guys were curious.
Amazing humans.
Lovely people.
Actually, yeah, everyone. Jay also, Katie Aselton, like these are such fun people.
Annika, who wrote it, and
Annika
Richie,
Marks.
Annika Marks, and Richie. I'm bad with people's last names.
Annika Marks and her husband Richie.
Amazing team of filmmakers, and
she wrote a script that I swear it feels like it doesn't. It doesn't even feel like it was. It feels just real. It was so amazing. And so much heart and so messy, but so loving. The way to write characters that loving of each other and real in their love of each other, but also with the beefs that siblings have and the things that siblings say to each other was incredible.
And she made it a great point in the Q&A to say that it doesn't work if you don't feel that they love each other. Because siblings can be so mean to each other that if there isn't that love underneath, you're just like, oh, it's people being mean to each other.
And that's kind of like, I feel like also how this podcast works.
Yes, exactly. it's the meanness is fun because you know how much we love each other.
So Adult Children is great.
I can't wait. That movie's has to be out there tomorrow. So I hope
we didn't miss anything else. If we
did, I don't think I saw anything else.
If we did, we'll make sure to mention it later. But that's our quick dispatch from the Bentonville Film Festival.
Which is, I highly recommend if you're into film festivals and you've never been to Arkansas. It's beautiful. Bentonville is fantastic.
Gina Davis is just there
all the time. Oh yeah, we met Gina Davis. So nice, like a giant statue of excellence. It's wild.
And
legend.
It's her festival, and boy, does she treat it like her festival.
And she shows up everywhere, and she's on the panels and talking to everyone.
And she introduces the meetings, and the festival is very dedicated to.
We're about to go now to see her big panel with Brenda Strong and a bunch of other people.
Brenda Song.
Sorry. Jesus.
Anyways, we're gonna keep festivaling.
Yeah.
Sorry for the short episode this week. Big breakdown of everything coming up. Love you. Thank you for listening to Friday Night Movie, the sibling rivalry and pop culture podcast. Join the Friday Night Movie family by following @FryNightMovie on all of the socials and visiting our website, FryNightMovie.com. Our theme song is by What Does It Eat? And make sure to leave us a review on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts. Thanks for listening.